Announcement Day 2025. I was supposed to do this on the 5th of February or the 36th day of the year. We're 102 days late, but that's alright. Here's some announcements. I am working on reviews for Star Wars Demolition and another Star Wars game. And then some Doom stuff because of it's already released, Doom Dark Ages, so I'm very slow and behind the curve as usual. And I'll be reviewing Doom 2016, which I've only just got around to getting off my backlog. Again, I started playing it in 2020 and restarted it just a few weeks ago, and I've been killing many demons. So, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal next, then Doom the Dark Ages, and maybe some old Doom stuff as well. The big game of this year is, of course, Like a Dragon Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, but before I can play Yakuza 8.5 with pirates, I have to play Yakuza 8. And before I can really play Yakuza 8, I'd better finish my review for Yakuza 7.5, Like a Dragon Gaiden, The Man Who Erased His Name. Game I finished many months ago, although I didn't completely do all the arena stuff, and there's so many mini-games to review. I'm having my most severe HDR-related problem yet with Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii. The game looks great on an HDR TV, but the SDR recordings, they come out really bright like this. I've tried to darken them, they're unwatchable still. I'll have to figure out some way to change that setting. I will, of course, be making a Gran Turismo 7 review Part 5 this year and Part 6 next year. Part 5 this year focuses on everything from last year, and Part 6 focuses on things like my cow print Unimog from 2025, but that won't be out till 2026. Obviously, so many review ideas. I don't get these things done very quickly. Tekken 8, I've been writing stuff for and collecting clips since it launched. I now have about 10 hours of footage that I need to go through and compile. It's a humongous project. The other big projects would be doing a review for Forza Motorsport 2023 and how its many updates have fixed it and added Bathurst and Fujimi Kaido and stuff. Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. That's another racing game that launched in a dire state but has been improved by updates. I need to play more of that. I haven't quite finished it, haven't got the hypercars yet. Outside of major projects, there will of course be some filler episodes. Like Black Ops 6, beating and deleting and reviewing that will not be a 300-hour project. It's just something little I have to do to get my money's worth out of Xbox Game Pass, since they increased the price so much because of the presence of Call of Duty. There are also actually good games on Game Pass, like Lonely Mountains, Snow Riders. You can expect a review of this one sometime this year, maybe towards the very end of the year, I'm not exactly sure when. Now, on the topic of snowboarding games, long-time viewers of my channel will, of course, associate me with that long phase I had where I mostly just made SSX tricky content. And I was also trying to play through the original SSX. That commentated series has stalled somewhat, but I am really trying to get back into that. I haven't used my setup in a long time, but I've got to get my PS2 and old flat screen, and it's a soon-to-be 15-year-old LCD TV that's having a lot of issues. It doesn't work well when it's cold, and a laptop that's over 10 years old that I worry about all the time. That's the main reason why I haven't been doing more SSX and Simpsons Hit and Run stuff. It's a bit of a hassle to get all the things working correctly, and it's just a general anxiety about, if I record this and it breaks down, I have no backup plan as of yet. I have no way to record more PS2 stuff if any link in my very old chain breaks. I'd have to find an HDMI recording solution for the PS2 because there simply isn't composite video recording stuff available anymore. I don't have a TV that has an AV out besides that old one. This problem affects all of my PS2, N64 or Dreamcast recording plans. I haven't recorded Dreamcast in a very long time, but the Who Wants to Be a Millionaire DVD game that I record for SnakeOfBacon Wants to Be a Millionaire, I'm really sorry I have not been doing... I promised episodes, and it's been 2 years or more. How long has it actually been? Let me check. 628 days since SnakeOfBacon Wants to Be a Millionaire 7, when I said I would be doing these things about monthly. That was the idea. Then I ran into yet another problem with my old recording setup, electrical interference. caused a terrible amount of buzzing, and this DVD game is so extremely quiet compared to PS2 games that it completely ruined the audio. And I even get some video interference problems now. I don't know if I just need to change the cables going to the Dazzle or if the actual video recorder itself, the funny little... the Dazzle, is wearing out. Possibly the USB cable in the Dazzle has issues. I don't know. It's a fairly trivial thing to unplug a cable and plug in another composite video cable. But then I would have to test the things and make sure my PS2 is working. It doesn't work correctly with all discs. Make sure the TV is working. It doesn't work correctly in all weather or when it feels temperamental. Make sure the laptop's working. I don't know the status of a laptop, but if I get all those hardware anxieties aside and everything works, it's really just a matter of having the time and energy. And as I work 6 days a week, 48 or more hours of my week is spent doing other things. And when I get home, I don't necessarily have energy for YouTube, and certainly not energy for moving my microphone over and setting all of this old hardware up, including a 10-year-old laptop running Windows 8 that has no battery, sitting on the floor that could conk off at any moment, to record live commentated PS2 gameplay. It's much more tempting to just play something on one of my newer consoles that has an inbuilt recording system. It's so easy on PS5 or Xbox. Well, Xbox is a bit weird about recordings, but once you make it work, it's one-button recording. On that point, I've not forgotten about Earth Defense Force 6, which I do record on PS5 and commentate in my Fencer Hard playthrough. I've been playing a few other classes because I haven't had that big slot of time and energy to sit back down, go through the story on hard with Fencer class, but I have not forgotten it. It's just been put onto the backlog. There will be much more and eventually a review of EDF 6. So that was a bit of a rant. What else? I was thinking of reviewing Infinity Nikki, but it's recently had the 1.5 update completely change and or ruin everything about the game, so I'm going to wait a bit longer to see if it can perhaps be unruined by the end of the year, or if I have to do a multi-part series of the rise and fall of strange Chinese dress-up gacha game, which is otherwise a pretty good free-to-play platformer if you ignore all the monetization. Or it was until they retconned the whole story. I don't know what's going on there. In other free-to-play news, the best free-to-play game is Fast Penguin. That's FAAST Penguin. Clearly, this is AAA gaming right here. This is the best of downhill penguin skateboard racing. I don't know. I played it once in November. I'll play more of it. It's fun. Elsewhere in the world of slick free-to-play racing games, Trackmania from 2020, released to consoles in 2023, is the ongoing sort of free subscription-based game that I did play a fair bit of while I had an active subscription, and then that lapsed, and then the free-to-play version was ruined. But I'm not here to review it now. Point is, I will be reviewing that. I noticed I had some success making track guides while I had the subscription and could actually access all the tracks, since that was changed and you now need that to play the campaigns fully. People seem to like that, but I bit off more than I could chew when I tried to also do tracks of the day. You may notice I released one, and then I recorded another one that took something like 300 attempts to get gold while commentating and recording video, and that was utterly exhausting. I'm not doing that again. But even if there was demand, I don't have the time or the subscription to make current Trackmania guides, but I will review it at some point. I don't mean to overpromise and underdeliver. This is just me sharing what my ideas are and my intentions to make them. Like, I recorded some stuff while I was in Japan 2 years ago that I meant to make a video of a year and a half ago. I still intend to make the Snake of Bacon in Japan special. It's an editing nightmare. I don't know what to do with all the videos and photos I have of various tourist spots and game shops in Japan. It would sort of be a travelogue / review, a review of various things I purchased and also why not to go on a cruise ship. It's a convenient way to see a country, and I'm extremely thankful to my family for the experience, but The best part of Japan is being in it, not going around it. I'll edit that sometime this year. Alright, coming 2023. In 2022, I announced this for 2023. Yep, more Demolition Girl playthroughs. I keep forgetting. But hey, I said I would get back into the PS2 stuff. I will be trying to warm that thing up, and first priority recording some Snake of Bacon Wants to Be a Millionaire to test the cable impedance, and then some Simpsons Hit and Run and SSX, and hopefully I'll get around to Felony 1179 and Monsters Inc. Scare Island. I made long, monolithic playthrough videos. I do those and I call them journeys or long rashes for both of those games, but I'd have to go back and play them a bit more thoroughly, and in the process I may as well record all of that with commentary to make into a mini-series. I can't announce when I'll do that, but that would be the next priority, finishing those so I can make those reviews. Now, that's getting too far away into long-term ideas. I don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. I may as well tell you about things I'm working on for ages. I've had this Mahjong review sort of sitting around since December. I even did a nature shoot in January. So a fun little Mahjong review should be coming up sometime in the next couple of months. Here's a really vague roadmap because I don't know what I'm doing, despite this being my 14th year making YouTube videos. It is a part-time pursuit and I don't have enough time to myself. I'm going to get some more next year, if I can. Snake of Bacon signing out. The good times will roll, I assure you. If you want to know what I'm up to in more detail or creatively collaborate or whatever, Discord, the Bacon Snake Hut.